Are you getting any prettier? Are you getting any prettier or any richer? It's so fucking pathetic that there are people in this world who are intelligent enough. They have enough intelligence to know how to build devices to attempt to kill people, well, really to murder people. And they use them on people, like after they basically take away a means of or method of transportation, and I guess you can say equity because of work, employment, and stuff like that. All because literally people were able to rape people's bodies while a whole grown ass failure of a man can retain the funding from another person's body being raped, which such body not being his, being a whole woman's. And this is able to happen because certain privileged females that I can't call women get to preside as judges and force little girls to reside with criminals, and such criminals that are basically like quack pastors and quack ministers. And these quack ministers and quack pastors are rapists themselves and incestuous pedophiles and trash. And they extort poor communities to make their bread and butter. And then they have children out of rape only so that those children, more specifically the girls, can be slaves for a bunch of grown ass failures of men who then continue on this whole legacy of raping little girls that wanted nothing and want nothing to do with them. These are the same ones who bitch and moan about oppression and racism and how certain people get ahead and this and that and the third about chattel slavery, something that they've never experienced, by the way. So these losers that are making children and then going to talk to these privileged females that are judges, and these judges giving permission, alleged rights to criminals, repeat offenders and criminals, by the way, that just so happen to be people of color. And nobody looks into that or does anything about it because who knows, for some odd reason, minority people are incapable of being criminals. They're incapable of being murderers. They're incapable of being rapists. When I tell you that I've never been comfortable a day in my life, and I hear somebody telling the world, I guess, some sort of message about going out of their comfort zone, I kind of almost have to laugh at that. I was listening to this lady last night talk about get out of your comfort zone and come out to the world. We need you. You don't need us. Instead of asking other people to step out of their comfort zone after they've been harassed and targeted and fucking beaten up and raped and defiled and shit like that, obviously we were already in the world. It's not safe now. It wasn't safe then, and it's not safe now. You've allowed this shit to go on your watch, mind you, privileged females, on your watch, and with as much as much ability that you have, I've never seen you step out of your comfort zone to do a goddamn thing other than to ruin other people's lives. We're not here to be your fucking martyrs. There are children who are still being abused and are being groomed so that this offense can keep on repeating, so that this genocide can continue. Whereas we're being sexually assaulted by motherfuckers who you continue to group us together with. Because I don't know, maybe your brain doesn't know how to register information or something. I don't know. But like I said, there's people that are intelligent enough to know how to build devices to attempt to murder people, or at least to debilitate them. And the fact that this goes on without any type of repercussions, no type of investigation, nobody even thinks or considers to look into it, we'd automatically be considered a schizophrenic or somebody delirious. Here's what I have to say. For the people who are making these devices, that are using them currently, bitch, you can drop dead and die. You deserve to exist no fucking where there is life to be lived. You are the weakest excuse of a human being. As for you who use your positions to do harm onto others, bitch, you can drop dead and die as well. You are another weak form and sad excuse of a human being. For those of you who hide behind your race and status and are quack this and quack that, be it an advocate for an agency, a nonprofit agency, or whatever it is that you pretend to be, bitch, you can drop dead and die. It's been on behalf of idiots like you that people's lives have been ruined because you are such a sad excuse of an adult, and you're even more sorry of an excuse of a human being. Shame on you. Just drop dead and fucking die. There's no other remedy for an excuse of a human being such as yourselves that I've just named. Oh yeah, and then for you rapists, whether you be a minority or you be a foreigner or whatever, that leech off of women and try to convert what is not to be considered your daughters into fucking slaves. You're an embarrassment, a failure, and an excuse of a fucking man. Just drop dead and fucking die. There's no realm that you are required to exist in. This will be a fabulous fucking place to live in when you all drop dead and fucking die. There is no remedy to pieces of shit like you. You are pathetic. You're a rapist on top of that. You're a freeloader, a child abuser, and just a loser overall. The fact that you can't come up with any other way of existing other than to what? Be a parasite and ruin someone else's life in order for you to make your bread and butter. What a fucking joke. So disgusting. I don't forgive you. Yes, I do hate you. And there's nothing else for you to do other than to drop dead and fucking die.